What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll run on the draw. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And now does he get to the first down marker? He blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 45 on 2nd down. Jackson, this complete to Jones. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Jackson working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He completes it to Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 3 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Now the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On second down, Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
That's how we do, Chief.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check right, check right. Watch QB drive. Watch QB drive. Ready, go.
Delay of game, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still second down.
Check ready. Check the money work. Check 55 Mike. Come to my work. Check. Hut. My work.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is brought in at the 21. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also something to challenge in your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. To throw again on second down. Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. Next, we'll head over to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Sam Darnold has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Nice hit, boy.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Jackson operating from the gun. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. The 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Dawson Knox, 73 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the pistol, here's Hill. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to float this one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
The New York set to take the field.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Check 26, check 26.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, four in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
That's it, baby.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's get it
A
together.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Jackson now. Caught by Jones. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
That's what I do.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Here's Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Jackson will throw again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And Jackson throwing once more. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat. Complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. From 17 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Harris now to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out now come the Jets. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road to be fairly clear
by
the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. Jones has it. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. From the gun on third down, Jackson on the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stuffed the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards. So tough to cover a big tight end like that.
It changes the chalk, as one of my coaches like to say, meaning the normal things don't apply. All right, you used to say, okay, there's a tight end going out. We're either going to put a big linebacker on him or maybe a safety and call it a day. Now, because of the strength of that position and the sheer number of catches that they make, as well as their dexterity, sometimes you have to put a cornerback on him because he might be the primary guy going out for a pass. It changes what they do defensively, and it's usually not good for the defense.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. from the gun, Jackson. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 2nd and 9. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. From the gun on 3rd down. Jackson, they're able to locate Wilson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 here for Hill. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they run with Hill. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Jackson from the shotgun. Going to throw right side here, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They run it again with Hill. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Hill again, the ball carrier. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll run for it with Hill. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. because mentally you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
A loss of 2 there, second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. To throw is Jackson. On third down. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now, throwing again. A short throw caught by Andrews. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. On the return, Harris. And New York set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Space to maneuver at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Check 55 to Mike.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The tackle made at the 47 yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On 3rd down, Jackson. Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaking up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Finding Knox there, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded at the 2. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length, and the Ravens cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. What an explosive kickoff return from the 2 all the way to the end zone. A 98-yard return for 6. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the gun, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. This is Harris. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Army. Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Jets, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.